Hey pestilence dwellers, before I get into this video may contain spoilers for Creep 1 and Creep 2. I suggest you watch these two films, because they are very interesting movies, especially Creep 2. So let's get into the video. Not much people have watched Creep 2, and its ratings aren't the best. But I think this movie deserves to be next to Titanic and The Truman Show because of its innovative storyline and camera setup. The movie is set in the hills of Crestline and is about a serial killer who is starting to get bored of the way he kills. So he puts up another ad asking for a filmmaker for the day and he gets a new victim, but the victim isn't quite what he expects. This movie is a found footage movie and is not that different from the first movie. The reason I think this is a great movie is because of the storyline, character development, and unique genre. The storyline in this movie runs smoothly off the first film, yet you don't really have to watch the first movie because it tells most of the main story in the second film. The way the directors and actors made the introduction of the film was great, as it showed one of his kills after the murder of Aaron, the victim in Creep 1. This shows how the creep lost his love for killing and how it became more of a job than a passion for him. After the introduction bit, we get a glimpse of the main victim of the movie, Sarah, a content creator that fails to get views and needs a good subject for her channel. As she's almost lost hope in the channel, she finds an ad saying something along the lines of filmmaker needed $1,000 for the day. She obviously messages him saying she's interested and she goes over to the creep's house. Now I'm not going to explain the whole plot, but I want to say that this movie's storyline shifts smoothly from the first movie. And it takes an excellent job with the character development of the creep and Sarah. In the first film, we get to know the character of the creep, whose name let's say is Joseph. But we don't hear much on his backstory other than Joseph's fake brain tumor story and the false unborn child, but in the second film we learn a lot about his past. As Sarah was hired to film an interview about him. Even if the past he talks of is fake, it shows how he lies and loves to lie, which develops his lie-full personality. Sarah, on the other hand, is not like his other murders. She creates a fake bond with Joseph to get the material she needs from him for the channel, and when the creep figures this out, he still tries to give her the best episode on her channel. When the creep uses his methods of scaring his victims with random jump scares and strange encounters, Sarah doesn't react to these, and Sarah even scares Joseph to assert her dominance. But when Joseph asks Sarah to kill him, she doesn't do it, which shows how she isn't really creating a friendship with Joseph. She's just using his strange acts for content. At the end, Joseph leads Sarah into the bush for the final scene of the so-called episode, and brutally stabs himself, giving Sarah the knife, so she would stab herself too. She runs away as Joseph tries to scream out persuasive devices to try and get her back, but she doesn't concede. Joseph finally catches her and thinks he kills her, throwing her into the pit he dug for them both to lay. He grabs the camera and gives us a lecture on how he's sad Sarah won't be able to see this, but Sarah comes out of the background and bashes Joseph across the skull with a shovel. But it turns out later that he was alive, and is still filming her. Before we continue, if you're someone that was involved in this movie and had made it, I have figured you people are stuck on an idea for the third film. This isn't the best idea, but I was thinking maybe this could be a good proposal for Creep 3. Here it is. Sarah calls the police and tells them all about the incident. So now Joseph, the creep, is in hiding from the police. He changes his identification and looks so he doesn't get caught. Then he starts to make a friendship with one of the police force and starts to stalk him. There's my proposal. I know no directors of the film will be watching this, but if you pestilence dwellers could contact these guys, I think that would be great. Anyway, let's continue on with the video. The first film and second film share something in common, and that's its unique genre. These found footage movies make the content in this movie very disturbing and dark, but almost funny. Like for example in the first movie, he had his peach fuzz mask, which was falsely said to be created by Joseph's father. He had a song for it, and a tune. When he acted out that song on camera, it made the audience have a laugh about how weird it was, but at the same time it was disturbing that an almost 40-year-old man is dancing like this. The same goes for the tubby time scene. Here, let me show you some clips.
I might look like I eat you up, but I'm as friendly as a rabbit, and I'd make a very good friend.
That was it there. Now I hope you enjoyed the video, and I still recommend you watch Creep and Creep 2 since they are both great movies in general. Please remember, check your temperature, you might have the contagion.